Christmas, December 25, Monday. On my phone. Being as it's Christmas, I'm off today. I'm also going to be off probably every Tuesday for the foreseeable future, which sucks because I lose hours, and yeah, I lose hours. I already have a build sheet as to what I want this blue car to be, and I have, I think, most of it all labeled out for what I want. Wheels, tires, suspension, upper, lower, control arms, rear subframe, rear diff, drive shaft, S55 or CD09, transmission with a bell housing conversion for the CD09, one of those two transmissions if I go with the 2J block, excuse me. Four wheel rotors, dual calipers in the rear, still using a brake booster, polyurethane motor mounts, polyurethane bushings, fuel lines, brake lines, hard lines, soft lines, front crash bar, radiator support. I might remake this front fender. I might just pick and pull one. I really don't know. That one I kind of really left up to choice. The things that I do know for certain, I want to get Falcon tires on this. I want to be a 4x100 lug pattern. Whichever wheels those are. Preferably, I'd like to get daisies from my white one and put those Miata wheels on this one, but that's different. What else? I want to get the same Energy 2.0 quick releases in both cars, so if ever I want, I can just swap the wheels. I think that's it. Oh, Recaro or Sparko seats, racing harness. I already got the harness part inside. Yeah, permanent sleepy eyes. Yeah, so let me tell you what the plan is for today. Today is one, remove that caliper because it's rusting, and drill because it's going to be raining soon. Remove all those brake lines, and move them somewhere else, mostly because I don't know what I'm going to do with that, and clean up this engine bay, make it at least a little bit nicer. Canon. Re-weld this little center bar, which I mistakenly cut off with a sawzall, which was my mistake. Get the other pop-up in so I can make, what's it called? Make it look all permanent sleepy eyes, because that's the look that I'm going to be going for. Possibly be cutting these motor mounts out of the equation because they're unnecessary, and putting the control arms back in to see how that's going to be. I'm going to have to redo those ball joints, like put new ones in, but that's for another day because I can't really find them. The brake calipers, however, I do hope to be able to keep, but I really don't know. And let me just show you the inside. This car is still bare shell. There is a bunch of random parts, tools, still a bunch of sound deadening that I have not removed yet. Gas pedal, brake pedal, speedometer cable, ignition, center crash bar that is held on by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bolts. I'm probably gonna only keep that ignition switch because it keeps the steering wheel. Let me zoom out. It locks it, but if I put my key in, I have a freewheel. So I'm probably going to keep it just for that, so that it's a locking steering wheel. but have a push to start button like on a center console. I'm probably going to be putting the dash back in actually. The wire harness I'm going to have to fully make myself. That actually doesn't scare me, making that wire harness. It's just a matter of time and power probing it a bunch, which I'm probably going to just do at work because we have a power probe at work, unless I just choose to buy my own. Right now, the harness is just bolted in lazily. I will be buying a rev nutter so I can rev nut it to the actual chassis itself. Probably not going to run these Aces Racing harness because it's a 4-point. Ideally, I'd do a 6-point, but if I do that, I'd have to run a 6-point cage, in my opinion anyways, because I'd want to do tandems. That's different. This seat is my original seat. I'm not going to be keeping it. The fuel tank is still in here. The fuel lines are still here. The brake wires are still there. There's not really much of the original car left in here. Brake booster. But I'm going to be cutting and welding a transmission tunnel right here because one, this was a front wheel drive automatic car, and I plan on making it rear wheel drive and manual. So in doing so, I have a feeling that my bell housing is going to run into this, regardless of if I put a CDO9 or a S55 or W55, I don't know the transmission code. And then my shifter is going to end up being here unless I get a relocation kit for it, which I want this car done before May, so I really don't know how that's going to work. All I have right now is my steering is in place. I have a seat in place. I don't have wheels. I don't have tires. I don't have suspension. I don't have an engine. I don't have a transmission. I don't have a fuel tank. I don't have fuel lines, lines, brakes, brake booster. The body is not how I want it to be. There's rust happening. No wiring in this car as of right now. Hell, I don't even have both headlights in. More assemblies, I guess. I don't even have door panels, that's fine with. But this car is literally, as of right now, as it sits, bare chassis with a few additions. So I'm going to maybe cut the video right here and come back once I've done a little bit of work for today. I'm gonna try not to be so loud because it is like 1:30 on Christmas Day. So yeah. Take this crash support out. Left the pop up here. I'm gonna get the other one, put it right here. Drill this 10 out because it's stuck. I'm waiting for those paint marks to dry so I can remove those hard lines. Why'd I mark them? I really don't know. Booster's there. Vacuum line to the booster. That's a good check valve. My old one was bad. But I know at least that one's a good one, and you can tell that it's big and full. Fuel filter is right there. Gotta take that drill out and move it somewhere. Still can't find my other control arm, which scares me for right now, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, right now I'm going to clean this up so nothing catches fire and then weld the bar back in. I might try to put some metal in here first, but I really don't know because I don't have that much scrap metal. So yeah, and after that I'm gonna put the bar right here so I can put the hood down and have it actually closed. Right now I'm gonna start welding. Don't have the right gloves, don't do this because I mistakenly cut this to get the engine out. I probably could have done without cutting the engine, without cutting this out, but I was in a rush, so yeah, I'm gonna just tack it in place because there's a huge gap, and once I get tacks done properly, I'm gonna then do full beads. Just a simple flux core because I am poor and don't have gas, and also because I don't want to blow up. Yeah. Okay. So, finished tacking the bar in place. There's still a huge gap on the driver's side, like an 1/8 inch.